welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I am back with April's video. Apologies for the hair. I did actually get up and wash it this morning, but I fed the horses in the meantime and it's gone a bit wild, so sorry about that. Okay, so I've got quite a bit to show you. Lots going on, lots of plans, not necessarily stitching. What else has happened? My barn's gone up, which is great. Well, just the shell of the barn. My arena has been dug. I think it's the same as it was last month. No more progress on that yet. What else? Lots of exciting things that are going on. So, yeah, let's get into the stitching. First things first is I keep looking down because I've got this hot mess in front of me. I can't work at my table today because I'm doing my monthly financial accounts, which I've put on hold for 3 months, so I've got like a whole quarter's worth to do. So that's all been taken up with like 3 screens and everything else going on and all the paperwork that goes on with that. So I'm actually on my island at the moment, so I'm going to try not to stand on my microphone, which is kind of training across the floor right now. But yeah, I've got a bit of haul, not too much. Considering the month I've had with my dad being here for the 2 weeks and being so busy with the barn, and I had to project manage everything, I don't think the amount of stitching I got done this month was too bad. But anyway, let's get into the... Okay, first things first actually. Dunham, who won the English Rose, you've not come back to me yet to give me your details to send this to you. The other 2 ladies have already. Everything's going to fall off my island. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, the other 2 ladies have. Please email me. All the information is in my February video. Come back to me because I really want to send this to you. I'm going to give you another month. If I don't hear from you, then I am going to redraw it for someone else to win, and I don't want to do that because you want it fair and square. So please watch my video and come back to me. I have given you loads of shout outs on YouTube, try to contact you in other ways, and I can't, so get in contact with me so I can get this to you. Okay, right, before this falls off my desk or my island, let's get some of this out the way. Okay, so I bought a couple of Q snaps, an 11 by 17 and an 11 by 11. I'm actually currently working on some projects with those, but you know what Q snaps look like. And I also bought, which is actually really exciting, this gorgeous planner, which is huge. This is like huge month pages. Currently what I'm doing is, after I have done my stitching for the day, and I'm just about to go to bed, the last thing I do is take a picture of my stitch count. And there have been a couple of times where I've completely forgotten to do it, and as you know, the next morning it's completely wiped. So there's got to be a much better way of me being able to basically put down what my stitch count is so that I don't miss my stitches. And so I bought this. I thought it looked absolutely gorgeous. And then I realised it starts in July, and I was like, oh gosh, that's not going to work for me. So I then bought this one, which is January to December. So I'll probably like work on this one, in this one first. And then I don't know when I'll go to this one. But this one is till June 2025. So I've still got, you know, a decent amount of time on this one. So I just need to decide which book I'm going to work out of, like towards the the latter end of the year. So yeah, so they are them. And something that's kind of not stitchy but fun, and you Brits would appreciate this, is I bought this for my car. As you know, I don't know if Brits know about this, but in the US, there are no front number plates, registration plates, so you can put on whatever you want. And I thought it would be really funny and really cool to put a Union Jack on the front of my car. So I have got that. So that was quite a funky buy, and I've literally just chucked it on the floor. Bear with. Quite a funky buy this month. So, oh God, I've got so much. I've just got so much in front of me. It's unreal. I don't even know where to start. So let's get into my whip goes. Let's get into my whips and what I've been working on. and I can explain to you later sort of what my plans are. If you're interested, I will put a couple of pictures at the back of this video, the end of this video, to show you what the barn looks like. I know a couple of people have been asking, and I just didn't want to kind of interrupt the video. If you're interested, great, watch to the end. If you're not, then as soon as the stitching's done, I'll let you know, and you can just go and do your thing. Right, okay, so I literally don't know where to start. I've got nowhere to put anything at all. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm just going to get rid of what I've got on my table right now. So the numbers for Whip Go this month was 5 and 17, I believe. Yes, 5 and 17. So for my under 100,000 stitches, I had Grace Phase 2, and I had to colour complete 3 colours, and ornament, I had to do 300 stitches. So that was that first Whip Go. And then I had, on my over 25% complete, I had to do complete 746 on my Bumblebee, and I had to complete colour 310 on my bookshelf. And I hope I bought my bookshelf here. I think I have, but if I haven't, I'll go and grab it. Yeah. And then on over 100,000, I had to do 500 stitches on Gobbler Farm and 500 stitches on Delightful Waltz. And then for my, oh my gosh, what was it? For my Fanatics, what did I work on? Bear with. Right, for my Fanatics, what did I work on? What colour? Oh yes, Rise of the Witches, and I have done a Stitch With Me on that one because the colour was green on Full Coverage Fanatics this month, last month. So I've done a Stitch With Me video, yay! If I can, because we all know that I'm completely illiterate, computer illiterate. If I can, I will sort of attach the video to this video somehow. I'll try and work it out, and then you can go and have a look. But obviously, you're on my channel anyway, so you can just go and have a look. It's not a problem. So yeah, so I did a Stitch With Me video on that one. That was exciting. So let's just get into what I worked on. My hair is just going to do its own thing. Just forgive me for that. Hopefully by next month it might calm down a little bit. Okay, so right, I'm just going to get rid of like literally this stuff here that's actually right in front of me. So this month I worked on Resistance is Futile, which actually wasn't in my on my Whip Go board. I just decided that last night I wanted a bit of a change up, and because I'd met like all my goals on everything else, I thought, okay, I'll do a little bit of the Resistance is Futile. So this is a Long Dog sampler. Beautiful. And I am doing this one in colourway 917, which is a stunning, stunning thread. Really beautiful floss colour. Check those baby. Check that baby out. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous colour? It really clashes with the red. I mean, it's not really going, is it? But yeah. So that's the colourway I'm doing it in. CXT thread, obviously. I don't know where to put that. I'll just stick it there. Okay, so I'm stitching this on 28 count 2/2, and it is what? The fabric is Sparkle Snow, and I got that from Wool Warehouse, which is where I get all of my fabrics from. My Sparkle Snow anyway. Oh yeah, I've just seen my bookshelf, I've got it here, it's fine. Okay, so this is what it looked like last month, or last time you saw it. I don't think it was on last month, it might not have been. This is what you saw it last time. And this is where we are now. So hang on, let me do this so I don't look so weird. Let me just stick this closer to you. Okay, so I've almost completed this band, so I've got 3 bands. My plan for this one is I'm just going to go and do all the back stitching first, and then I'm going to basically move up so I've got space for another three bands. But I feel that that one is looking really beautiful. Move you out the way. Such a beautiful, beautiful needle minder that. And it goes really well with the pink, I think. Yeah. So that's where we are with this gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I am posting on my Instagram the before pictures. I don't do after because obviously I do these videos. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. So as soon as I start working on something, I post up a picture on my Instagram, which is, I want to say the Cross Stitch Addict 83. Or is it Holly the Cross Stitch Addict 83? I think it's Holly the Cross Stitch Addict 83. But I will put it in the comments and feel free to go and have a look. Okay, so that one is the first one. I'm going to stick that one there. Okay, right. The second one is, I'm just going to do it with all this bundle of rubbish I've got in front of me. Ornaments, Santa and Frosty. This one wasn't on my with go board either. This is one that's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's the artwork is by Donna Gelsinger. And this one is one I've been doing on the 25th of the month. But bearing in mind with what I've got coming up, I might need to sack it off. Just because otherwise I don't feel like I'm going to get my stitch count in. Because I think it's just going to be really, really tight. I mean, it all depends on how things go. But, so yeah, this is Ornament Santa and Frosty, which is beautiful. And I am stitching this one on 20 count 1/1. On easy something, yeah, I don't know what, easy guide or easy count or something like that. But yeah, it's a beautiful chart. I'm really enjoying it, but it's quite boring at the moment because all I've got is kind of the white part. So 20 count 1/1. This is what it looked like last month. And this is where we are now. I mean, you can't see anything. So I'm trying to do the Royal Rose method on this. So I've got kind of a checkerboard method, checkerboard thing there. Oh my God, do you know what I've just realised? I thought that there was something that I was missing. You know, when I'm going through this, I'm thinking, why is there something I'm missing? I feel like there's something I'm missing. I am not giving you how many stitches I've done. So what have we done so far? Resistance is futile. I've done 512 stitches and I'm at 36.54%. And my Santa and Frosty, I just thought I was going through it too quick. Santa and Frosty, I only did 100 stitches because, yeah, I think that was a day that, what was it, the 25th? I had to go and see my accountant for my quarterly tax. I had to run errands in the morning. So the day was really bitty. It was up and down. So I didn't really get much time on it. And it was just I literally just touched it. But yeah, so I did 100 stitches on this one. I'm so glad we didn't get halfway through the video and then we realised I've not been giving you anything. So 100 stitches and I am at 2.54%, which is really, really cute. Right, let me take a breather. I feel like I'm going way too fast because I've just got so much going on right now. Okay. Right, the next one I worked on is Hive Rules. This is a beautiful, beautiful chart. This is the one that I am in collaboration with Tara, One Stitch at a Time. And we're doing this on Sundays. And this is one that I am probably going to have to take off because you won't be able to appreciate it with it being on the Q-snap. Oh dear. Oh. Okay. This is just such a gorgeous piece. I don't know what my stitch count on this is this month. I mean, it's probably going to be about 300-ish. And I'm probably about 75% done. because I am, well, I'll show you in a second. I think I'm on my almost the second to last page. So this is what it looked like last month. And then this is what it looks like now. So I'm going to have to do it close and then draw you up. I'm doing this one on 32 count, 2/2. So I'll see if I can hold this back so you can actually see the whole thing. Oh, where are you? There you are. Very pretty. Absolutely love this piece. Love, love, love this piece. So I am down to... Where are you? Okay. I'm down to here. So all I've got is this bit left. Literally just that. It would be nice to have it completed by next month. We will see. Watch this space. But yeah, absolutely adore doing that one with Tara. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. This one's a Primrose Cottage pattern. Yeah, Primrose Cottage, 2/2 on 32 count. I've got these big birds. All I can see is these massive shadows of these massive birds flying over my RV. Sparkle Snow. Again, that is a Wool Warehouse one. So that's kind of where I get all of that from. I don't know. I just really like them. They are so quick at shipping as well. They're in the UK, funnily enough. And within a week, under a week, it's on my doorstep. It's amazing. So I tend to like to kind of order my Sparkle Snow stuff. Well, actually most of my fabric from there, if I'm honest. Okay, so the next one I worked on is... This again is one that isn't on my Whip Go board. Bizarre, huh? I had 2 weeks to get stitching in. 2 weeks. Oh, hang on. What's going on with my thing? Bear with. Right, I'm back. Okay, my work laptop is letting me down right now. I don't use it very often and it's just died. Typical. So I've just plugged it in and hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, so another one that is not on my Whip Go board this month, but it's one that I'm trying to, if I can, at least touch because it's my biggest pattern. And this is supersized, max colour, Bountiful Bookshelf by Amy Stewart. And this is a Heaven and Earth Designs. It's 999 stitches by 714. And I'm doing this one at 18 count, 2/1, so it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So yeah, I am really enjoying this one as well. I found like a new love for it. I did fall out of love with it for a while. But, so this is one of the ones I use my 11x17 Q-snap on because the fabric was driving me nuts. I mean, look how much fabric I've got. I just couldn't cope. So, I decided to put it on 11x17 because also it was just so big and bulky, and then try my best to kind of like tie up the fabric as much as I could. So 18 count 2/1. I did, where are you? Bountiful Bookshelf, 551 stitches, and I'm at 4.46%. This is what it looked like last month. You saw it. And this is where I am now. So yes, I know you can't see the rest of the books, but I've moved it because I really wanted to concentrate on this area here. And as you can see from the one before, you know, more of this has been stitched in. So yeah, I'm gonna do this bit, and then I'm gonna get this bit done, you know, this book, and then probably get this book done, and then get this book finished, and then move the Q-snap. I am so ready to move the Q-snap now. I feel like I've been working on this part for like ever, but it's because it's such a massive project. It's just, yeah, I mean, I think if I just done the regular one, I would have done like the 4th or 5th book by now. But because this is so huge, you know, there's like so many stitches. I've done, just on that area, just on this area, I've done over 32,000 stitches already. I mean, how crazy is that? I mean, that's almost like a size of a normal project, right? Okay, so that is that one. Where are we time-wise? 19 minutes. Oh, I bought myself a new watch. It's very gorgeous, but I keep forgetting to look at it. I'm like, what's the time? What's the time? I keep checking my phone. I'm like, honey, you've just bought yourself a watch. Anyway, next one is, now this one is on my Whip Go board. This one is a beautiful piece of artwork by Josephine Wall. And it is another one that has been charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, Grace Phase 2. Really, really beautiful and stunning. Love the colours in this. Really want to get this one finished this year, and I think I will. Definitely think I will. Where are you? Okay, you are here. Try and do this without knocking everything off. Okie dokie. So this one I'm doing on 18 count 2/1. And I did 698 stitches, only supposed to do 500. I'm at 83.33%. 83.33%. 18 count 2/1, I think I said that. Easy count fabric. And this is where you saw it last time. This is where I am now. So yeah, I've still got a few stitches to go in here, but because I had to get my stitch count up this month, I kind of focused on her face where there was more of like a block colour stitching. However, going forwards, I really need to get all of these stitches done. So I think that even if I haven't got this on my whip, if I haven't pulled this on my Whip Go, I'm going to pull this one out and at least do sort of 500 stitches, you know, in all these bits, because these are like the funky stitches I got left behind, and then I'm never doing that again. It pains me to have to go in and stitch all of the excess stitches. Hey ho, it is what it is. Okay. So yeah, I've got great plans for finishing that one this year. Hopefully I'll have a few finishes this year. And I am going to do a midweek whip parade because everyone came back saying, yeah, they want to see one. So I will definitely do one. So have no fear. It'll be interesting to see where I started at the beginning of the year, to see sort of where I am now. Okay, the next one I worked on is Gobbler Farm, and this again was on my Whip Go board. This one is another Heaven and Earth design, and it's called Gobbler Farm. It's a max colour version. I always get max colour if I can. Artwork is by Donna Gelsinger because she's awesome. Really gorgeous, gorgeous colours, so autumnal. I absolutely love this piece. It's fun to stitch. It is, promise, but it's like, it's awkward because it's on my biggest frame. I'm doing this one 20 count 1/1. Oh, hang on, I've got like loads of frames going on over here. I'm doing this on 20 count 1/1. It's on an Omnic frame, which is slightly bent. I think I've just overstretched it. I did 500 stitches this month. I literally just got to my 500 goal and then moved on to my next project because I didn't realise how fast I was stitching. Do you know what? I'll tell you what, it is amazing how fast you can stitch when you know you've got to get loads done. When the pressure is on, I work so well under pressure. When I have like the whole month and I'm just like basically pissing about, and you know, I'm up and down, up and down, up and down, I'll make myself dinner and then I'll sit down and do some more stitching, then I'll do a wash and do this, do that. My stitch count isn't as high. And sometimes I feel like I'm going on to the next day and the next day if I have to get quite a lot of stitches done, because like there's no pressure for me to do it because I've got like the whole month to do like 7 projects. However, I've had 2 weeks and I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I worked on 13 projects this month in 2 weeks. Because the pressure was on. So as soon as I hit my 500 mark, bang, I was done. I was straight on to the next project. So yeah, Donna Gelsinger, 20 count 1/1 on one of my biggest frames, not the biggest I own, one of them. This is where you saw it last month. And it's also awkward. This is where I am now. So again, trying to fill in the blank. Another one where I've just left loads of stitching. It's driving me potty. But gradually I will fill in the blanks for this one. But I think I mainly worked in the middle for this one. But yeah, this is a huge project. I mean, it looks like there's quite a bit there, but it's only at 1.40%. I mean, what even is that? What even is that? Hey ho. Okay, so the next one I worked on, which was also on my Whip Go board, is this is done by Artisy, Delightful Waltz. I love this pattern. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I think I'm going to put this on my office wall when I eventually build a house in about 100 years time. Because I just find it so stunning and I just find it so uplifting. Oh, something's going on. My little black cat is... Give me 1 second. Right, here's my little munchkin. Sorry, I just saw him like running across, looking quite distressed. But say hi, Socks, to everyone. Say hi. This is my little black cat. Gorgeous boy with gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous amber eyes. Aren't you? You are, aren't you? And just to digress slightly, I do have another cat. So bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I can go grab him as well. Right, this is Garfield. He doesn't like being picked up much. But this is my new kitty cat. He's huge, as you can see. But yeah, say hi everyone. Say hi. Okay, so I digress. Apologies. Just wanted to introduce you because I got him last month and I didn't show him to you. Like literally, I've had him about 6 weeks now. He came from Seattle. I've got a friend who's moving back over to New Zealand, and she said it was going to cost her like 15 grand to ship him over. So I said, what are you doing with him? And she was like, I don't know. I've had him for 10 years. I don't want him going anywhere. So without even thinking about it, I literally just said, well, I'll have him. Oh my gosh, you know when you're like, did that come out my mouth? Did you even think about that holes? So she was like, really? Oh my God, really? And then I was like, I can't take that back. So I was like, yeah, I love him. So I've acquired another cat. So Delightful Waltz, large one, and the artwork is by Leonid Afremov. As I've discussed, very beautiful. This one actually has had quite a bit of it worked on over this like last year, because it's come up a couple of times in my Whip Go, and it's also come up on, or it's been one that I've used because it's got so many colours. It's been one that I've used for my Full Coverage Fanatics. So I did on this one 666, oh, 666, let's go 665. I did 665 stitches on this one this month, and I'm at 2.69%. So this is where you saw it last month. And this is where I am now. Okay, now a lot of people like to know what 1/1 on 20 count looks like. I'm going to try and see if I can get really, really close. That's what 1/1 on 20 count looks like using CXC threads. And I find them slightly thicker, so I find that the coverage is much better. So yeah, but that's where I am. So mainly I worked in this area here. I think I did some of this. So I'm doing this page by page, so I'm filling in the blanks and then I'll start working on the next one. But 20 count 1/1. So another big project, because I haven't got enough of them clearly. And yeah, I think any new starts that I have in the future are going to be smaller, so I can at least get some bigger ones out of the way. Okay. Right, where are we up to? Okay, so the next one I worked on, go on socks, you can jump out of that if you want. I know you want to. This one here, which is the one I do on Monday. So it was my Sunday stitch with with Tara, one stitch at a time. And it got shunted to Monday because now I've got a new stitch that I do with her on Sunday, which is the Hive Rules. So this got shunted to Monday, and she finished hers before Christmas, like way ahead of mine, and I still haven't finished mine. I'm still going. So this month was a bit rubbish. I only did 258 stitches, bearing in mind I stitch on this every Monday, and if I'm honest, I might have stolen a few of those Mondays for other projects, just because I'm so close to a finish. I'm at 78.85%. So this one is being done on 18 count 2/1. No, 18 count. 32 count 2/2. I don't know what I'm saying. 32 count 2/2. 78.85%. This is what it looked like last month. Just check I'm still recording, yeah. Is where I am now. There we are. So I am not sure what I worked on. Oh yeah, I think I got this one done, because this area here is what I had to frog because one of the letters had come down, and so the whole thing was misaligned. So I definitely worked on that. In fact, that's probably all I worked on, if I'm honest. And maybe some smaller ones, like, oh gosh, I don't even know. I do not know. Oh, King of Glory. I think King of Glory was finished. And I think Root of Jess was finished, because that wasn't, or Root of Jessie was finished. Yeah, because that wasn't finished. So I think I just went in and completed my half completed words, because obviously I start everything and I never finish anything. A little bit like my dad, I think. So I had to then go back and make sure that everything was finished. But yeah, so that is that one. Okay, next one is, this is my Fanatics one. So I had to do 500 stitches on anything that had the colour green in it. So I decided to do the Heaven and Earth design Story Keep Rise of the Witches, and I did a stitch with me on this one, and the artwork is by Lisa Parker. Go on then, go on, good boy. So I've got my door's open at the moment, and I've got one of those screen doors, and on campers you've got like a slide across bit, so that like when you close the door you've got like a latch thing, but it means that kids can't unlatch the door. And I've been known to leave it open sometimes, not thinking that my idiot cat thinks it's a good idea to jump up in out of it and then onto the stairs and then down. So I knew that he was going to ask to go out, and I'm on a video, so I just didn't want to keep pausing all the time, so I left it open, and that was that noise, him jumping out of the door. Thankfully my other cat is not that intelligent, and he hasn't worked it out yet. Even though he watches him, he just hasn't done it. So that's his way of getting out on his own. Anyway, so this is artwork by Lisa, and this is beautiful. And I think actually this is one of my favourite pieces that I'm working on at the moment, just because it's so like compact, and because there's not so much confetti, it's really easy to work on, and I'm feeling like I can keep it like really tidy. So I'm doing this one on 20 count 1/1. Again, all CXC threads. And I did some of this on a stitch with me, and I think I got like 200 stitches done, or maybe 150, something like that. Not a lot, because I really struggle to do more than one thing at a time. So when I was talking and I was stitching, not only was I making loads of mistakes and had to like unpick my work, it just slowed me down. I just really struggled to talk and to stitch, which is probably why I haven't done many stitch with me's. So this one I'm doing on 20 count 1/1. I did 511 stitches, and I'm at 7.13%. This is what it looked like last month. And this is where we are now. So again, I think I have absolutely no idea where I worked. I can't remember. I think it was all in this area here. And I think I had some like fill in the blank stitches here to stitch. But honestly, I can't remember. I've worked on so much this month, so I just can't remember where I was. But yeah, loving that one. Loving the colours. Loving how neat it is. It just brings me joy. Every single time that I bring this one out, it just brings me so much joy. Love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so that is that one. Bumblebee. Bumblebee was on my whip go this month. I had to colour complete. What did you have to do? Number 746, which I did, but it was only 358 stitches. And again, because that was all I had to do for whip go this month for that one, I just smashed it out and then went on to another project. Again, just because I wanted to try and get I was really worried that I wasn't even going to make my whip go this month, but I actually surprised myself. So this is one that I bought from Etsy. This is a gorgeous bumblebee, and I already have one of those hoops that I'm going to use to be able to frame it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love bumblebees. These are like proper British bumblebees. You don't get bumblebees like this out here. They're more like carpenter bees, and although they're the similar shape, they just don't have the like colour, like the yellow, the bright yellow that ours do. I'm stitching this one on 28 count 2/2, and yeah, 358 stitches. I'm at 88.95%. So again, very, very, very close to a finish. This is what it looked like last month. And this is where I am now. So 746, I believe, was that grey colour. So as you can see, oh no, hang on, was it? Was it though? No, 746 I believe was, I think what the grey is 168, is like this creamy colour, which you can't really see, but it goes all the way through the fabric, all the way through the project, sorry. Might be better on this. Yeah, so it's that kind of creamy colour, creamy white, and that's complete now, that's done. So that is on the 28 count 2/2 on the Sparkle Snow. Again, that's from Wool Warehouse, if you are interested. And I've just got all my flosses on this little, I've got all my flosses, they're not very tidy, on this little, what is it, a binder ring or something, but they're all a bit of a mess. Sometimes, so I just feel like that's my life right now. I feel like my life is just one big mess because there's so much that I need to do. There's so much that hasn't been completed. There's so much that needs to be done. It's just, I can't keep up with it all. And maybe I should put the project chart in there as well. Actually, let me know what it is. Okay. Right. Next one. Next one is, and this again was on my whip go this month, ornament, a stitches in time. This is part of a bigger project, one stitch at a time. This is the middle bit. Heaven and Earth Designs creation again. Artwork is by Amy Stewart. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm doing this on 18 count 2/1. And I did 1009 stitches and I'm at 16.42%. Now, I did put this on the wrong size Q-snap. Granted, I know that now. I wish I put this on an 11/17, but that's been taken up by another project, which I will show you. Will I show you shortly? I think it's on another one over there. But anyway, so this is what it looked like last month. this, or last time we saw it, and this is what it looks like now. So as you can see, because it's not an 11 by 17 Q-snap, I've lost the ends. So next time that I stitch on this, I'm obviously going to switch it out for an 11 by 17 Q-snap and then make sure I bring my ends down. But really what I've been doing on this one this month is concentrating on getting all of those rogue stitches stitched, and I may have brought my stitching down a little bit here. But that has been the main plan for this one this month, and actually it's starting to look quite decent, I must admit. Doesn't look bad at all. It's looking all right. So I'm quite pleased with that one. This is another one, because I had so many rogue stitches that it would just like annoyed me to do. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? So 18 count, 2 over 1, easy count. Loving that one. Yeah. Okay, we are almost at the end. Yes, we are almost at the end. I think I've only got, oh no, I've got 2 more. One is a new start. Oh, can you believe it? I've done all the stitching and I still had time for a new start. Like, what's going on? Okay, so the next one is New Dream Stitches Bookshelf. And on this one, I had to complete 310. That was on my Whip Go board. And there were 844 stitches of 310 to complete. I'm doing this on 18 count 2 over 2, 2 over 1. 18 count 2 over 1, and it's already on my Q-snap and it's in a place that I need to work on it this month. So I'm kind of thinking that I'm not going to take it off my Q-snap, but you will get the idea. So I'm at 42.95% on this one, and I did 844 stitches. So I smashed out almost 7,000 stitches this month, which for 2 weeks is not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so this is where it was last month. So as you can see, all of my black, and it carries on all the way over here for all the other stitches as well. All of the black is done. It's actually quite a nice, easy stitch. I think I smashed this out within a couple of hours. So then I was able to, so a lot of these I was able to do like 2 projects in a day. So I think I did Hive Rules, His Name is Jesus, and I did like a few His Name is Jesus, and then I moved on to like another project, Bumblebee. I only had to smash out 358 stitches on that. So then I went on to another Whip Go project, same as Bookshelf. I think that took me a couple of hours. Then I went on to another Whip Go project, and like certainly with Delightful Waltz, I can smash out 500 stitches in that within like 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, a lot of my days were split between like 2 or 3 projects. That's how I managed to do it. I know you're asking, like, how did you do it? Even I'm a bit like shocked. So that's how I've managed to do it. Okay. And my new start this month, which I am not starting again, ever, because I've done this like 5 times now. You all know what it is. I decided on a whim, last night I was watching Line of Duty, and I was organised. I'd pretty much done all of my stitching, and I was thinking, this is like 6 o'clock. I'd done all my shopping, I'd cooked dinner, I'd had dinner, horses were done. So I thought, I haven't started working on this one yet, in this new colour. Bear with 1 sec. Let me go and get the other one, because I want to do a comparison. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So, this is one that I'd actually started work on, I think last month or the month before. And I didn't show you because I didn't like it. So it's the Sanssouci sampler by Long Dog Samplers. I'm in collaboration with a lady called Lindsay with this one. I mean, she is storming ahead as per usual, because I always seem to be I always seem to be left behind. Now, a couple of things for a start. Where is it? Oh yeah, there we are. I thought it'd be a good idea to do this in the colour 726, which I absolutely loved. However, I also decided, like in my craziness, to do this on a 40 count Verdal, is it? Something like that. And when I got this fabric, I started working on it, and I really hated it, because it was like working on bed sheets. Like it's so flimsy. It's like as a bed sheet. Now, I haven't got a problem with the size because I wear glasses when I stitch, so that's not a problem. But let me show you. I'll show you this one first, and then I'll hold them both up together. So I was doing this one on 726. That's what I decided to do it on the 40 count 2/2 Verdal. So that's it. Now, I mean, the stitching looks big there because I'm showing you, but if I bring like the stitching back here, which is kind of what you would see it as a normal person looking at stitching, you can't make out anything. Like, it just looks like a yellow blob. And I think because the yellow that I use is it bounces off the white fabric, it kind of bounces and almost disperses light, so you don't get that definite you can't really see the definite shapes, you know, the space between them, so you get to see the shape. So I decided to do this one on 32 count 2/2, restarted it. So this is what I did last night. How many stitches did I do? I did 501 stitches, because I had in my head that smash out 500 stitches. I'm at 1.99%, and I decided to do this on 32 count 2/2 using this colour, which is 3820. Again, these are CXC threads. Now, they don't look anything like here, like now. However, when you have got a really beautiful, like, bright light shining on the work, it just looks stunning. So I got the idea from the 3820 from my Hive rules, because a lot of the colours in there, or one of the colourways, is 3820. Yeah, so I decided that's what I was going to use. So this is where I am up to. Ready? Right. How much better does that look? Does that not look like you're actually going to be able to see it? So if I put both of them up together, I'm not sure how this will go. Now, I know they look a bit odd. It's really bizarre, because this isn't because of the camera and the light and everything, it doesn't give you like a true representation of the colour. It looks so much brighter in real life, but it's like, it's almost like a gold colour. But I didn't want it to be mustard, because I didn't want it to be too dark, but I wanted to really shine. So yeah, this is the two together. Can you see that you actually can't see too much of the detail? Let me try it this way. With the 40 count Verdal, purely because A, the colour just doesn't sit right, and B, it just is so small, you just can't make out the difference in shapes. Oh my goodness me, hang on, my needle's attached to a oh my goodness, one sec. Tell you what, I absolutely love these cable ties, but they are, of course, an absolute nightmare for you when you've got things that just disappear. So give me 1 second, because I think Jeez Louise, I love cable ties, but when they catch on everything, it's a nightmare. Hang on. I'm sure I had a cable tie on here, because I've run out of needle minders now. So I'm using cable ties as needle minders. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. And you know what? I absolutely love it. I'm so happy with that. And I'm going to continue doing it now. I'm going to continue working on that one. And I love the fact that this fabric feels a lot harder. I much prefer stiffer. Yeah, I think I much prefer stiffer fabric. So I'm hating working on this. I hated every second of it. I put the first stitch in and I was like, oh my goodness me, I've got like 19,000 stitches to go and I'm hating it already. So that kind of wasn't great. But I think I've kind of sorted that out now. So that is it this month. Is it? Let me just check. For my stitching. Going forward, what was called this month? 5 and 17, wasn't it? No. 23 and something. Oh, Holly, you didn't write it down, or did you? Bear with me 1 second. I may have written it down. 23 and 25. Perfect, I did. So 23 and 25. 23 and 25. So obviously you've seen the projects that I've just kind of shown you and put down. So what I've done is I pulled the extra projects that I haven't shown you yet, which are my new Whip Go numbers. So on my over 100,000 stitches on this one here, my Whip Go number is Delightful Waltz, 500 stitches. See what I mean? That seems getting some serious stitching this year. Not that I'm complaining, because again, it's a big project. But 500 stitches on Delightful Waltz and 1,000 stitches on Henry VIII. Because Henry VIII is quite a lot of block colour, so I can smash out 1,000 stitches within a few days. Well, hoping. I'll tell you about my thing that's going on in a minute. So Henry VIII is, I've shown you Delightful Waltz, so you don't need to see that one. Henry VIII is this baby, which I love. This is another Heaven and Earth Designs, charted by, and then the artwork is by Hans Holbein. And this is gorgeous. I absolutely love that. I've got this, I love the idea of this being in like a beautiful hallway, just bang there. It's on 18 count, so it's gonna be big. It's 400 by 478 stitches, so it's on 18 count, it's gonna be pretty big, because on 25, I think it's like 16 by 19 inches, so it's gonna be a big baby. So I've got to do that one, and I said I'm going to smash out 1,000 stitches on that one, and then 500 on my Delightful Waltz, and then my over 25% complete is I need to finish one wing on my bumblebee. So my bumblebee, you've seen one wing, finish it completely, and bookshelf, I need to complete one book. So you've seen that one as well. That was one I didn't take out the Q stamp, and I had to complete 310. So finish a book. So I need to complete a book on that one. So I haven't got a stitch count for that. It's just you need to complete a book. So I'll complete a book. So I need to do that for that one. And then on my under 100,000 stitches is Enchanted Snowman, 500 stitches. This one, another one by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Beautiful, beautiful piece. I might get to use that as a stocking in 2080, maybe. We'll see when I'm old and grey. 500 stitches on that one. Don't think, oh, I was actually going to show you Henry VIII, because I've got it here, and I was thinking, oh, have I missed one? But no, let me show you Henry VIII. This is what I've done so far, because I think it's really lovely. So that's what I've done so far on Henry VIII. This has been done on 18 count 2/1. Look how stunning those stitches are. I love 18 count, and I love 20 count. I think they just sit perfectly together. So this is the one that I was doing the Royal Rose method with. So I'm hoping to, like, you know, smash out some decent amount on this one. But I just want to show you how neat that looks. And because it's all block, can you see like the blues the purples. I've got 550 in there. I think I've got 902 in there as well. 823, 939. So they're the main colours. But because it's very blocky at the moment, I thought that I would make it 1,000 stitches. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that because it's just nice to see, isn't it? Obviously, hive rules I need to do on the Sunday. Monday is, his name is Jesus. I'm going to try and get, I think I'm going to try and get a word a week done now. I'm at almost at 80%. So if I do a word a week, because it just means then that I can then go on to something else, because I don't know how much time I'm going to have this month. And then for the full coverage fanatics, this month's colour is blue. And this is one I haven't brought out for a while. This is Blue Rhapsody. I thought that would be really, really good. Blue Rhapsody. This is a Rosewood Manor chart. And I am doing this one in colourway I can't remember. But it looks pretty funky. And it's blue and brown, but there's still blue in it. And I'm considering that as there's still blue in it, and I've got my chart that says Blue Rhapsody, I could get away with this one. So this is where I am so far on this one. And yes, I'm going to take it out of a Nerge frame because I absolutely hate them. Completely hate them. So I'm probably going to do a giveaway for some Nerge frames as well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just... when I stitch, I sit on the sofa, and I like to have a frame. I've got a Lowry stand, so I usually I've got them attached here. So if I'm doing this in front of you, if I've got the frame in front of me and it's attached here, then I can stitch. But on the bigger ones where I've got like the bigger frames, it will attach on the side. So because this is a smaller project, this is one where it will attach at the top. But the problem with this is, unlike Q-snaps where you can connect it, make it really tight, and then like move it down to the angle that you want it, because you've got the Q-snap, like the snap-on bits that physically move, you're able to have that angle, whereas nothing moves on this. So it's so difficult to... It literally basically ends up being, you end up working on it like that. And that's so difficult to do. I like to, I tend to work at an angle like this. So they're just not working for me. So what I'm thinking is, if I get up to like 5,000 subscribers, I bought 2 packs of these things. I might keep the smaller ones because they'll be good for like in-house in-house projects. What am I talking about? In-hand projects. So smaller in-hand projects, where I probably wouldn't attach it to a Q-snap. So I've got attach it to a frame, sorry, like a stand. So I think I need to get rid of this video now. I think I'm done. I think my brain is like, okay, Holly, your time's up. You're just literally losing it now. So this, because I've got a lot of smaller projects, patterns, I can fit them in the smaller, Nerge things and do them in hand. That's not a problem. But the ones that I physically like to attach to my stand, they have to be in a Q-snap. So I think I've got like 2 sizes. I think this is the bigger size. Then I've got a next size down. So I'll probably do this size and the next size down, and I've got 2 packs of them, so I've got 4. So I'm wondering whether I should do like 2 giveaways and you get like both of them together, pairs, or shall I do 1 each? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know what you prefer, because you're 4 times more likely to win if there are 4 prizes than you are if there's only 2. But I'm wondering whether you'd prefer to receive 2 instead of 1. So anyway, let me know. I'll make that decision next month when I see you guys. and I'll see what you say. I'll just go on the majority of what you say, and we'll go from there. So yeah, that's it for stitching. So at the end of this video, I'm going to pop in some pictures of what the barn looks like. So this is just the structure. We haven't got the walls in yet. There is like, basically what it is at the moment is, because we're doing this whole thing without a mortgage, my dad, bless him, he works, and then he puts an invoice into his clients, and then they pay him, but they've been really quite bad payers lately, so it's taken some time. And then you've got the other issue where he has to go to Dubai to get the money out. A whole nother story, I'm not going to bore you with the details. So at the moment he's in Valencia, or the south of Spain. I think him and his wife have gone on a road trip. And then I think he's going on holiday in Greece for 10 days with her in June, I believe. No, it's got to be earlier than that, May. Because he starts work in Saudi. He's just landed a year's contract in Saudi on this neon project. So it's just, there's always been like a little bit of a wait for the money. So we've got the groundworks done of the arena, and we're just waiting for the next instalment of money to come through, because we're doing this all without a mortgage. And so once that's done, then my boarder, I've got a lady who's got 2 horses, and then obviously I've got my horse. We'll be able to actually ride our horses, and I probably would be able to take on a rehab horse. So that's more money coming in. But when we get the barn done, we've got to get, so now, after the arena's done, then we need to get the concrete in that goes where the stables are going. Then the walls have got to go in. Then the stables have got to go in. Then we're putting concrete pavers down the middle and where the tie-up area is. And more than likely in the tack room as well, feed room, because I think that would look really nice. And then we've got to get the electric in and the plumbing and everything else. And then it's just got to be like finished off. So we're having to do this in stages at the moment. So it's like arena is one stage, then, you know, with the concrete is another stage, then walls are another stage, stables another stage. So everything is taking a little bit longer. So this is where I'm kind of moving on to, this is where I might not have so much stitching. So you may or may not know, I'm a qualified equine sports massage therapist. I have been since 2014. And when I first came out here, I decided to do a refresher course, because things change. There's more technology, there's different, you know, methods and different science and things like that. So I did a refresh course, and I absolutely loved it. I love it anyway. I love anything hands-on with horses. So I've been sitting here thinking, yes, it's lovely having all this stitchy time. However, I've just applied for health insurance, which is actually, it's not that bad for me. It's not that bad. But the stipulation is, because I went through Marketplace, and I'm not going to bore you with everything, because it's just like, for you Brits out there who have national health that's free, and you just rock up to a doctor and there's no bill, and you just rock up to a hospital and there's no bill, and you haven't got to worry about insurance and co-pays and deductibles and out-of-pocket expenses and maximum out-of-pockets. Oh my God, like literally it is just, it's mind-blowing. So I've got my health insurance, but in order for me to have my health insurance, I have to be making a minimum of $14,000 a year. If I don't make $14,000 a year, I'm going to get stipulated with like tax, massive like penalties and everything, end of year tax. So I started this in April. So there's already been 1 quarter that's gone where I haven't been paying myself. So I have to make up that extra money, which means going forward, I have to pay myself $1,700 a month. Now, that sounds hunky-dory, but it has to come out somewhere. So it's got to come out the business account. Now, because of everything, with the way that the money situation goes with, you know, dad working, then sending an invoice and then paying the invoice, and it just being, you know, last time it took him 3 months to pay, you know, which is taking total piss take. But anyway, he doesn't think that's going to happen this month. So I still have to find that $1,700, and I only have so much money in my account, my business account. I've probably got enough money to pay me, my mortgage, and some other bits and bobs for about 3 months. And that's literally it. And then I'm out. So I'm starting to stress slightly. I'm starting to worry that I have to make this money, and if I don't, I'm completely screwed. So my thought process was, you're a qualified sports massage therapist, Holly. You've got a car. You've got a mobile phone. And you've got I've now got a planner, diary. What are you sat on your bum for? Go out and get some work. So this month I just put some feelers out. Bearing in mind it only went out to my own personal Facebook account. There is some things that I need to do first. So firstly, I need to get my admin sorted out. When you do appointments and you're working on the body of horses, because I'm working with muscles, I need to kind of write down somewhere sort of how effective those muscles are, whether they are showing, you know, huge signs of being in pain, or whether they're actually like there's no signs. So there is some paperwork that I need to get done, because I need to give basically a copy to the owner. So once I've worked on the horse and I've put down all of my information, I need to give a copy to the owner. I also need a copy so that when I go back out there for my second or third or fourth session, I have got all of the like information in front of me to say, okay, yeah, so so she was fine on the you know, rhomboidus muscle, or she was the thoracic was fine, but the cervical rhomboidus, the rhomboids were, you know, painful, or I don't know, the scapula seemed to have areas, maybe the saddle's not in the right place, you know, because she's sore, you know, on the top of the scapula and things like that. So I need to be able to go back to a horse and know what I'd done previously and what I need to improve on next time, what I need to work on next time. So they're these like carbon copy things. I don't know really what they're called, but you get like the white sheet, the pink sheet, the yellow sheet. I think you know what I mean. So I need to get those done before I go out, because I need to make sure that I've got that paperwork to give to my clients. Then I want to actually look professional. So because my business is like, because my logo is like American flag, British flag with the horses and stuff, my colour is like red, and I want to get a polo shirt, a couple of polo shirts with my logo on, because I just think that would look really smart. What else do I need to get? I think that's literally it, because I've sorted out my insurance, so I'm commercial and that's fine. But yeah, so there's just some bits that I need to do before I go out there. So there hasn't been much going on at the moment, but then I haven't even put anything on any of the groups on Facebook yet. So I've got like Athens, I've got Atlanta, you know, I've got Macon, I've got Madison. There are so many of these groups of so many horses everywhere. So I think as soon as I start, you know, putting my feelers out there for like, you know, I'm in Madison on such and such a day and I've got a few appointments free, yeah, anyone interested, I'm going to be busy. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, because these things take time, and most of your, in this business anyway, most of your work comes from referrals. So people recommending you to other people. So it could be a slow burner, but then it could be that it's not really a big thing out here, and there aren't very many people doing it, and like literally everyone's competing, and it might suddenly be that suddenly I'm doing 10 appointments a day. So with that being said, I don't know how much stitching I'm going to be able to get done this month. Now, I'm going to try my hardest. But I've also got a couple of days out now, Monday to Wednesday, that I need to actually sit down and do my accounts, because I haven't done them either. And I've got, like, my quarterly tax has just been done, and I need to make sure that, you know, I've got another staff member. So I need to make sure we get paid. And I also need to make sure that I know what's going on with the business. And I need to put down a plan of like a 3-month plan of this is how much money I need until I need seriously need a next installment. So I really need to start earning some money. So that's kind of where I am with that. So that's kind of it really. So at the moment, I don't know what my stitch count is going to be like next month. I don't know how many projects I'm going to be able to work on. But what I might have to do, depending on what happens, is I might have to bring my 500 stitch count down to 250, just so that I do touch the projects that I'm supposed to be touching, and so at least they have something, you know. So anyway, I'm at an hour, or well, over an hour now of boring you senseless. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Lisa, if you have seen this video, please get in touch. I really want to give this to you, this fabric. If not, I will be putting it back in a drawer for next month. I'm not saying that there's not going to be a video next month. There is going to be a video next month, 100%, because even if I touch 4 projects, it's still 4 projects, isn't it? So there definitely will be a video next month, so don't panic. I'm just not sure how much stitching I'm going to be able to get done. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. So I just wanted to give you a heads up, instead of coming back next month and going, oh, I only got to work on 3 projects and I've done like 300 stitches. So yeah, hey ho. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely rest of the day. It is now lunchtime, so I'm going to grab some lunch. It's Monday morning. Wow, that's actually Monday afternoon. But I'm going to get this video edited. I'm going to get this flying out to you, so you'll be able to see it. If you want to, if you're interested in some more Stitch With Me's, let me know. Also, let me know what you want to see me working on. I really do enjoy doing Stitch With Me's, and it's just, I think the last couple of months it's just been a little bit busy and it's been a bit crazy. So, but I would really like to know what you want to see me working on, because, you know, do you like me working on like the monochromatics, you know, the long dog samplers, or do you find them too boring because there's no change in colour? Or would you like me, you know, to see me working on this one? This one isn't boring. This is lovely. It's very pretty. Let me know. And I will see you next month. Thanks, guys. Bye.